Hi, dear friends. Good morning. This is Shiva here, and we have discussed about the project management topics, scope, statement of work, implementation plan, project plan, and then actually project management tools, and then the project charter, work breakdown structures, and different softwares used for managing the effectiveness of the project, chart, PERT, CPM, all these things. And now actually we are going to see the earned value management, simply called EVM, right? So what is the earned value management, right? So earned value management is a project management methodology that integrates the project schedule, cost, and scope to measure the project performance, right? Say in case mainly it is used for the support projects, actually to measure their performance, right? Either quarter wise or annual wise, the schedule, the project schedule, cost and scope, everything to be monitored in case of mainly the support projects and maintenance projects, and not only maintenance, actually even implementation projects also, right? So based on the planned and the actual values, right? The EVM, that is earned value management, predicts the future and enables project manager to adjust accordingly. EVM helps provide the basis to assess work progress against a baseline plan. So what is to be planned? So whether we are approaching it or not. So everything can be decided based on the EVM, and it's related to technical time and cost performance. Provides data for proactive management action and provides managers with a summary of effective decision making, right? So what is earned value management? Again, actually, I have already discussed. So just I'm summarizing it. Earned value management, in short, EVM, is a method to know the current status and future of your project progress. So how it progress, how it works. So all these things. It is a technique that measures the project performance and helps in a project forecasting. It combines schedule, cost, and scope into the single integrated system to provide the actual results of your project. Yen value management was first used by the United States Department of Defense in the year 1960, so shortly called DoD, right? So EVM, earned value management, was based largely on the principle of earned time that was very popular during the 20th century in the manufacturing industries. During the period between 1985 to 1995, the EVM becomes one of the best project management methodologies that can be used by all the managers across the organization. Now, the EVM is not only implemented across all the US government departments and agencies, but also found an important place in the public and private companies all around the world. Okay, and example, for example, NASA, actually United States Department of Defense, Acquisition and Management UK, and the Project Management Institutes PMI, Society of Cost Estimating and Analysis, are some of the well-known organizations that uses EVM to manage their projects, okay, in day-to-day life. Basic principles of EVM. So we have many terms we are going to see in this video. Okay, so we can see one by one. The EVM has three basic elements, that is planned value PV, earned value EV, and actual cost AC. The planned value is also known as the baseline value that refers throughout the project. Okay, and earned value tells how much work has been completed. The earned value EV is used to compare the actual cost to the planned cost to determine project progress and performance. So this helps to find the project variances. Okay, so we have certain measures to capture the actual cost and variances, and based on that we can determine the project performance. Earned value management is a project management methodology that integrates schedules, cost, and scope to measure the project performance based on the planned and actual values. EVM predicts the future and enables project managers to adjust accordingly. Okay. In turn, earned value management systems refers to software, processes, tools, and template used for EVM. Another important terminology used in this area is earned value analysis EVA. EVA is a quantitative technique used to evaluate the project performance by computing schedules and cost variances. Okay, EVM uses EVA, that is earned value analysis, as one of its tools, but it is larger in scope. While EVA stops with the computation part, EVM is all about using that data is in trends analyzing and forecasting. EVM is a project management function, so it deals with both the data itself and the actions taken in the light of the data. Earned value management is a powerful tool which have many benefits, enabling you to map the work with the cost, reducing unknown cost into the quantifiable factors, compare and benchmark the current status against the project baseline, and identify critical paths, okay, and the project methodology. Create data-based framework to take actions and make decisions for the future in the project management. Intervene fast and ahead of time. Example, you can tweak the project, that is quitting the project scope, and select the project scope and budgets, rollback functionalities, procure more resources, invest in better technologies, and set customer expectations, etc. And provide visibility around, from end to end, and create accountability in the stakeholders through clear metrics, and provides insight into the big picture at both project and portfolio levels. Okay, so these are the main points to be considered, right, for in case of EVM. And what are the basic steps to follow? This is very important. So in any project, the first step is to define the task using the work breakdown structure WS. The second step is to assign a planned value to each task or activity. The third step is to define earning rule for each task or activity. The fourth and final step is to run the project and get the end values. So based on the above four steps or values, the various calculations are determined to find the project performance and calculate the end value. Okay. Below are the things. So budget at completion. Okay. So completion of particular work or something. So the baseline work. So BAC is the sum of the planned value, that is PV, at the completion of the project. It tells you the total budget allocated to your project. Okay. And earned value UV. Earned value is the total work earned out of the planned value PV on or before the reported end date. It is the actual work completed on the specified date. This is also referred to as a budgeted cost of work performed, BC, in short, BCWP. And third one, planned value, PV. It is a baseline work if task is scheduled to be completed on or before the report end date. This is also referred as a budgeted cost of work schedule, BCWS in short, and actual cost, AC. It is an actual cost of work if task is 100% completed on or before the reported end date. It gives you the total cost actually incurred to complete the work on a specified date. This is also referred as a actual cost of work performed, ACWP. So these terms are very important in any project management, budgeting and costing, right? So budgeted completion, BAC, earned value EV, planned value PV, actual cost AC, all these things terms are very important. So we have say EVM, CPI, SPI, cost variance and schedule variance, all these things matters. So first thing in EVM, in EVM we have many terms. So what is CPI? That is cost performance index. Cost performance index shows you the utilization of your resources in the project. Okay, if you have many project in the resources, how much they are utilized in the project. So that metrics will tell you the cost performance index for your resource. It reflects the ratio of actual work done against the actual cost paid for it. Okay, so the CPA is calculated as CPA is equal to earned value EV divided by the actual cost AC. Okay, if CPA value is less than the ratio of earned value or I mean actual cost of 1, I mean having a value 1, then it is over budget. And the cost performance index CPA is greater than 1 means it is under budget. Okay, this is a ratio of earned value and actual cost. Okay, and second, cost variance CV. The cost variance tells you how much over or under budget your project is running. First, cost performance index will tell you the utilization of the resource in the project. Second, cost variance will tell you the over or under budget your project is running. So it is a difference between earned value and the actual cost AC you spent for the work performed. So particular work you are doing. So the cost variance CV is calculated as a ratio of earned value and the actual cost. Say if cost variance is less than 0, that is negative value, it is over budget, and cost value greater than 0 is a positive value. That is a ratio of earned value divided by the actual cost. So if it is greater than 0, then it is a positive value, it is under budget. And next comes schedule performance. So far we have seen cost performance index CPA, which tells you the utilization of your resource in the project. And second, cost variance, I mean first one, cost performance index, which tell you the utilization factor of the resources in the project. Cost variance, which tell you the under or over budget where your project is running. And schedule performance index SPI, which tells you the utilization of the time in the project. So how much time will be utilized in a particular project in an average index. So it also indicates how much the project is ahead or behind the schedule. So whether it is ahead the schedule, the planned date, or behind the schedule, right? So the schedule performance index is calculated as earned value divided by the planned value, EV divided by the PV. So if in case schedule performance index is less than 1, so it is behind value, and if schedule performance index greater than 1, it is ahead value. Okay, schedule. Then schedule variance SP. The schedule variance tell you how much ahead or behind the schedule your project is running. It is the difference between the earned value EV and the planned value PV. The schedule variance SP is calculated as schedule variance is equal to earned value EV minus planned value PV. So if schedule variance SP is less than 0 means it is a negative value. So it indicates the project schedule is behind the schedule. Okay. So it is the project is running behind the schedule, and SP greater than 0, then it is a positive value, then your project is running ahead of the schedule. Okay, so we have given here shows upper, lower, and average value limit for the cost performance in the index, and CSPI, and the cost variance, and then schedule variance. Here it gives you both organizational baseline control limits and the project specific limits as an example. Okay, so upper limit, so I have given actually, so I have depicted CPA, SPA, CV, and SP. So I have given some value, and based on that I have derived these values. Okay, and project specification limits I need to calculate based on yeah, I mean upper value, lower value, target, everything. Okay, so these are the values arrived based on these calculations, whatever I defined, right? So based on that, it is calculated. So based on that, you can derive the organization baseline project control limits, and which defines the EVM. And EVM project estimation and project variance. So estimation at completion, EAC. EAC is a projection of total cost at the end of the project. It is the actual cost occurred till the date plus an estimated cost to complete the remaining work. Okay. The EAC is calculated as actual cost AC plus estimate to complete ETC. There are different methods to calculate estimate at completion. So a project can select the formula that best fits as per their project type, complexity and size. The estimate at completion can also be calculated using BAC divided by CPI is equal to BAC into AC divided by EV. So I'm giving the short forms, right? Actually, you can already have mentioned everything. So EAC is equal to AC plus BAC minus EV divided by CPI. The EAC should be evaluated periodically on a monthly basis, or when any major changes happens in the project, we are going to measure the EAC. So estimate to complete ETC. Okay, that one first one, estimate at completion and estimate to complete ETC. ETC is the estimated cost to complete the remaining work of the project. ETC needs to be evaluated again if any significant changes happens and the previous estimation becomes invalid. The estimate to complete ETC is calculated as estimate at completion EAC minus actual cost. So everything is interdependent. Once you calculate all this BAC, SAC, AC, all these things. So EVA, all these things actually you can derive multiple formulas. Okay, just we are going to get the value and substitute that and derive the formulas and get the values which measures the project performance. Okay, and variance at completion, VAC. So VAC predicts the difference between the budget at completion, BAC, and the expected total cost that will occur at the end of the project as per your current trends. It is the variance in total cost of the budget at the completion of the project. It tells how much project is under run or overrun the budgeted cost at the end of the project. The the variance at completion is calculated as with the formula budget at completion BAC minus estimated at completion EAC. If VAC is less than 0, it is a negative value. It shows the project is overrun. And VAC greater than 0 means positive and it shows the project is underrun. To complete performance index, that is TCPI, so to complete performance index, the performance expected from the project to meet the BAC or EAC cost, the to complete performance index, in short TCPI, gives a very significant value that helps project to manage the project performance and to do recovery. And the TCPI is calculated in two ways. The to complete performance index, TCPI based on BAC is performed to meet initial project, right? BAC minus TCPI is equal to BAC minus earned value EV divided by BAC minus actual cost. Okay, and TCPI based on EAC. First one is BAC and second one is earned value, right? Expected. Okay, EAC performed to meet the initial project is equal to EAC minus TCPI is equal to BAC minus EV divided by EAC minus actual cost AC. To complete schedule performance index TCPI. Okay, so the TSPI predicts efficiency required during remaining time period to meet the project schedule. The TSPI is calculated based on planned duration. Okay, in planned duration minus earned value divided by total duration minus actual time. The planned duration PD is also known as estimated duration, okay, of the particular task or step. And the fundamentals of, so far we have discussed about the various formulas. I hope actually this definitely give lot of headache for why we are doing a lot of formulas here. So we are just getting rid of the from the formulas and calculations and substitutions. and derivations. Now we are going to see what are the fundamentals of earned value management. As already told, earned value management is all about measuring and benchmarking against a well-defined plan for a project. Therefore, you can only perform this in an organization with certain key elements in place. So the 32 guidelines defined under the EIA 748 standard discusses in detail the fundamental process and systems for the implementation of earned value management. These guidelines are outlined as a part of 5 broad principles, but again, the level of detail and overhead to implement should vary based on the factors including organizational maturity or maturity model, project size, and complexity and contractual requirements. Okay, let's review one by one on these principles. Okay, organizing and scope of the project. We start by identifying the what element of the project which with requirements collection and scope definitions. The 5 guidelines documented as a part of this principle recommend us to create 3 important documents. First one is work breakdown structure. Create a work breakdown structure dividing high-level deliverables into smaller work packages. This graphical representation of work we have set out to complete gives a clarity of the scope. I hope actually the project systems consultants can know that, or of FICO consultants can know that. Organization breakdown structure OBS. Create an organization breakdown structure, a form of an organization chart which shows people, teams, and departments that are involved in the project, along with their hierarchy, roles, and responsibility. And organization breakdown structure address who element. Responsibility assignment matrix RAM. Interpose the WBS and OBS to create RAM, that is responsibility assignment matrix RAM, defining exactly which task will be performed by whom, which team member. Each of this mapping or control accounts will be measured in future stages. Okay, so these are the important terms, right? To WBS, OBS means organization breakdown structure, and RAM means responsibility assignment matrix. Okay. So second one is planning, scheduling and budgeting. The objective of these guidelines in this principle is to help define the project baseline in a concrete terms. Okay. These are the parameters against which the project will be monitored and controlled throughout the life cycle. The work breakdown structure is a good starting point for planning stage. We ensure that multiple activities are grouped under a single work package and multiple work packages are grouped under a single control account. Each account will have an account manager who will monitor his progress. In reality, the same person could manage a multiple accounts. I mean, normally, actually, what is the purpose? What is the responsibility of the account manager? Is the same thing. Actually, he is monitoring the progress. Okay. At this point, we define when the element defining both high and low level milestones and assigning clear due dates of each activity, and then we move on time phased budget allocation, appropriating the total budget at the level of each activity inside a work package. These include cost such as labor, material and subcontracting. We also assign methods of progress measurement to each work package, which will decide how earned value will be calculated at a later point for a task in progress. The sum of all the budgeted work is called the performance measurement baseline of a project. Additionally, project managers allocate management reserves for the unexpected scope increases. Say they need to plan for the unexpected cost also. Okay, unexpected resource or cost or scopes, everything to be monitored in a day-to-day project management. Anything can happen. Actually, it will go in a projected or a planned way, or it will exceed the plan or projected thing, right? So they need to think on the unexpected scope increase also. Okay, so they need to allocate management resource on the unexpected scope increases. Okay, so balance that to to work on the to avoid working on 11th hour. They need to balance everything. And third one is accounting for actual cost. A set of 6 guidelines discusses the process of cost calculation. The focus of this activity is simple: to measure the actual cost, right? But its importance is to have a system in place that can track cost at work package level. Otherwise, it will be difficult to measure the progress accurately. Also, it is impossible that you may be incurring paying out the actual cost only a few months later, but a portion of it has been allocated much earlier to calculate the earned value. To avoid this booking lags, the guideline emphasizes on accounting for accruals. Okay. And fourth one, analyzing and reporting on project performance. The calculation of planned value, earned value, and actual cost, along with variances and indexes, are described in detail in this section with the 6 guidelines. The idea is to consistently report these numbers such that team members, senior leaders, and customers have the visibility into the total project progress. But the focus is as much as on identifying the corrective actions to be taken as a measurement against a baseline and reporting numbers. The guidelines recommended defining variance thresholds when cost performance reports indicate a threshold breach in a control account. One can drill down to spot the problematic task. Okay. And the fifth point, revision and data maintenance. The 5 guidelines under this section acknowledge that the project-based baseline is not rigid, especially when your problem areas are uncovered in the middle of the project. That is what an unexpected thing or unforeseen circumstance in the middle of the project, right? So, but you cannot revise a baseline every time you overspend or there is a delay in the task. Some scenarios when guidelines recommending revising a baseline or when there is an authorized change to the scope, cost or schedule. So in that case, sorry, actually my power is going down, so I'm just switching off my system power. When the guidelines recommending revising a baseline or when there is an authorized change to the scope, cost or schedule of the project, or when there is a fluctuation in the rates, so these are to be revised and proper maintenance has to be taken. So that is what some scenarios when they are guiding, they are giving recommendation for revisiting that or revising the baseline, right? So creating a change management and risk management plans. See, I hope actually I have discussed about the video. I mean, I posted a video on risk management and mitigation, change management, everything, right? Seeking necessary approvals and evaluating the need to dip into the management reserve or some of the activities that fall under a section. Finding the best EVM solution for your project. So how one person or a project manager can come to know which EVM solution is best or suited for the project, for his project. Earned value management is one of the most accurate technique for providing forecasting in mature organizations, but its complexity mandates the use of comprehensive earned value management systems platforms for successful implementation. I hope actually because we have lot of formulas inside that, so that will cause lot of confusion. To avoid that, we need to find a best solution for your project, EVM solution for the project. Okay. Earned value management is one of the most accurate technique for project forecasting in mature organization, but its complexity mandates the use of comprehensive EVMs platforms for successful implementation, as already told. So we have planned value PV, and planned value is a budgeted cost for the work schedule. I already told BCWS, and PV varies based on the scope of work in consideration and point where you are at the in the overall schedule, and PV is equal to total project cost into percentage of planned work. For example, let's say the PV for your 5 months project is $25,000. PV for the complete project will be $25,000. So PV at 2 months is equal to 25 $25,000 into 40 percentage will be $10,000. So the planned value at 2 months. Okay. You can also calculate the PV for the time period, say month of 2 to 4 month of 4 month is equal. Then actually, I mean, how to calculate is $25,000 into 60 percentage will give $15,000. Okay, actual cost AC. The actual cost, also referred to as a actual cost of work performed, ACWP, is I mean, I already have to. I mean, I have explained all this. Just a recap of that. Okay, old things is relatively straightforward if you are using a robust project cost management software. Tracking actual cost should not be challenging, right? So, however, it's important to remember to include several hidden costs, that is on material, resource, hardware, software, um, and overheads, etc. You can look actual costs cumulatively, accounting for all activities done from the beginning of the project to date, or I mean, the beginning of the project to date, or over the specific time period. In our example, let's assume the actual cost at the end of the 2 months is 15,000. Okay, $15,000, right? So the earned value is now, this is where the EVM gets interesting. You have made a plan to finish some amount of work and budgeted accordingly. But from experience, you know that there is a bound to be some discrepancy from your estimate. At the end of the 2 months, you may have planned to complete 40% of your work, but let's say you manage to just finish it in 30%. The question is then, what is the budget cost or budgeted cost for this work? So earned value, also called budgeted cost for the work performed, BCWP, give you the answer. Okay. In our example, earned value is equal to total project cost into percentage of actual work, is nothing but $25,000 into 30 percentage. Okay. So that will give $7,000, $7,500 as a earned value. And variance analysis. So the planned value, actual cost, and earned value numbers are fundamental to the variance calculations. Okay. At this point, the project manager wants to know how much far off we are from the project baseline we are expecting or planned. This can be determined through the schedule and cost variance. Okay, schedule variance SV. The schedule variance is a quantitative indicator of your divergence from the initial planned schedule. A negative SV indicates that we are behind the schedule. A positive schedule variance indicates we are ahead of the schedule, and zero means that we are exactly on the schedule. Okay, so schedule variance is equal to earned value minus planned value. In our example, schedule variance at 2 months is equal to 7,500 minus dollars minus $10,000 will give you 2,500. That is a schedule variance. So schedule variance is equal to schedule variance, percentage of schedule variance, right? Deviation is schedule variance divided by PV into 100. So $2,500 by $10,000 into 100, which will give you 25 percentage. That is a percentage of deviation in schedule variation, schedule variance. This implies that we are 25 percentage behind the schedule. It is interesting to note that if we aim to understand the schedule, a time component from the perspective of cost, to arrive at this cost, through though we need to know the scope of the work plan and completed. This is how the three pillars, scope, time, and cost, right, work together in the EVM, as already discussed. And cost variance. The cost variance is a quantitative indicator of your divergence from the initial planned budget. Okay. So negative cost variance indicates that we are over budget, and a positive cost variance indicates that we are budget under budget, and zero means we are exactly on the same budget whatever expected. So these things calculations have already have given. So cost variance is equal to earned value minus actual cost. In our example, cost variance at 2 months, right, is equal to $7,500 minus actual cost is $15,000, which will give you the cost variance of $7,500, and percentage deviation of CV, that is cost variance, is calculated by cost variance divided by earned value, right? So that will into 100. So that will give you the seventh, I mean $7,500 dollars divided by 7,500 into 100 will give you the 100% variation in cost variance. This implies that we are 100% over budget. Again, this is an instance of how scope, time, and cost come together to give you the clear picture of whether you stand at the moment in your project or not. Okay. Performance indexes. Another way of looking at the project performance apart from the variances is through indexes. Here again, we have two parameters, that is schedule and cost index. Schedule index and cost index. Schedule performance index SPI. Okay. SPI gives a sense of project performance from the schedule perspective. Schedule performance index is equal to earned value divided by the planned value, right? If schedule performance index is greater than 1, indicates project is ahead of the schedule, and schedule performance index less than 1 indicates project is behind the schedule. In our example, the schedule performance index is equal to $7,500 divided by $10,000 is equal to 0.75. Okay, indicating the project is only going 75% as per the original plan, or it is 25% behind the schedule. And cost performance index CPA. CPA gives a sense of project performance from a cost perspective. CPA is equal to EV divided by AC. Okay, CPA greater than 1 indicates project is under the budget, and CPA less than 1 indicates the project is over budgeted. In our example, CPA is equal to 7,500, that is earned value, and actual cost will be $15,000. Okay, which will give you zero point 0.5. Okay, indicating this project expenditures are only 50% of the plan. So these are the, this is just a recap of what we already discussed in this earlier part of this video. I hope these videos are very useful for you to understand about the earned value management, actual cost, budgets, and cost variances, and say schedules, and effective cost management, everything. Thanks for watching this video, and I hope this video will help you to calculate how the project management is based out of earned value management. Thanks for watching my video. This is GV Shokmar signing off.